BBC Showdown. Christian Fraser clashes with Lord Foulkes in fiery on-air row over Angela Rayner's sacking. BBC News turned into a battlefield last night as presenter Christian Fraser found himself locked in a heated on-air clash with Labour peer Lord George Foulkes over accusations of biased coverage surrounding Angela Rayner's dramatic sacking. The storm erupted when Foulkes, visibly furious, accused the broadcaster of failing its charter, claiming Nigel Farage and Reform UK were not held to the same standard of scrutiny as Labour figures. You really need to be looking at fulfilling your charter and giving equal coverage and equal challenge to people like Nigel Farage, as you're doing to people in the Labour Party. Foulkes thundered. Fraser attempted to regain control, interjecting, "Well, you are on the show at the moment, so let me question you about the future of the party," but he was swiftly cut off. Foulkes shot back, "You all seem very happy that you've hounded out a very able minister." Led by the right-wing press but sadly supported by the BBC, Fraser defended the broadcaster. "Well, not my judgment, it's the judgment of Sir Laurie Magnus. The facts were established." He said, after this intensive public scrutiny, she was in breach of the ministerial code. "Without that scrutiny, Mr. Foulkes, she wouldn't have come clean, but the Labour peer was having none of it, and you were part of that scrutiny." But he also said she acted with integrity. "Can I remind you that Priti Patel, Liz Truss, Robert Jenrick, and Boris Johnson all broke the ministerial code? How many of those resigned as a result?" Fraser snapped back, and when they did, Rayner said, "It is one rule for the rest of them and one rule for us. Has Labour not hounded out politicians for discretions before?" The clash escalated further when Fraser pressed, "Mr. Foulkes, I know you would prefer us not to talk about Angela Rayner. I'm happy to engage with you on Nigel Farage, but I want to talk about Angela Rayner. That is why you're here." "No, you're only talking about things that Labour people do wrong," Foulkes exploded. "This was all ferreted out by the Daily Telegraph. Why don't you do the same with other people?" Fraser pushed back. "We do, but Foulkes wasn't finished. Nigel Farage is leader of a party and he needs the same kind of scrutiny. You're not giving him the same kind of scrutiny," Fraser insisted. "When I'm sitting in the chair he gets the same kind of scrutiny." "Let me ask you," cutting him off yet again, Foulkes fired the final shot. "The BBC really needs to be looked at. You need to ask yourselves whether you are treating parties fairly. You give Farage prominence again and again, covering his press conferences. He is just a snake oil salesman." Fraser, stone-faced, ended the war of words with a cool dismissal. "We get the same message on the hard right as well." The clash left viewers stunned, a raw reminder of the growing tension between the media and politics in the wake of Rayner's fall from grace.